a direct relationship with Kodesh Baruch. Yes, sir.
I know Rabbeinu says not to learn the Sefarim of the Mechkarim, and he extends that even to like the Jewish philosophy books, like the Mem Nun. Does that also extend to the Kuzari?
The Kuzari apparently is kosher. I don't know exactly the difference. I don't know, but I know Rabbi Yaakov Meir Shechter Shlita quotes the Kuzari.
So I know Rabbeinu goes out very strong against.
Right, but the Rebbe says about the Rambam and the Moira is
totally against.
Right. The Rambam in general is a very, Peladik is a very amazing thing, because imagine nowadays, somebody like that would be a big poisek, right? A sefer like that, they would be to try, but the Rambam gets away with it, exactly.
Rabbeinu also says that only the tzaddik could be ma'ayin in such svarim. Is he talking about the mechkarim of the secular people, or is that also the mechkarim of the such books like Man
in general? Yeah, and all the tzaddikim read more in the Bukham. The Kotzker read it, the Rebbe read it, probably Reb Nosson also read it.
No, because in that Torah of Bol Paro, he says only the tzaddik should get involved in it because he has to be Malin Hashem.
Yeah, but you have to see what Reb Nosson says also. Yes, people shouldn't get involved with it, but sometimes there are individuals who may need to, but that all depends on their keilah. And also part of
so
the
can we say that the tzaddik like today is like Am Yisrael in general?
I don't know who it was. I know it was. I think it was a Talmud of Rav Kook or a Talmud of Tzvi Yehuda, but I don't remember his name.
It's Rav Tzvi Yehuda himself.
No. But it was either Rav Kook or Tzvi Yehuda. Talmud of Rav Kook or Talmud of Rav Tzvi Yehuda. Somebody once asked him about learning Bresler Sfarim, and whoever this Rosh Hashiva, this Tzioni Rosh Hashiva was, told him you can learn it, but wherever Rav Nachman says tzaddik, read Knesset Yisrael.
So Rav Kook writes that.
Could be. I don't know. I mean,
that's why I asked you. Rav Kook writes it to Tzvi Yehuda.
Okay, it could be. I don't know. I'm thinking the way I heard it.
Right.
And so I'm not, the big.
Neither am I. Okay, I was in Zohar to read it. Wait, so could that be possible?
What? Try it, see what happens. No, listen, Rav Kook doesn't, need my eskama, he said, he said an idea,
That's Am Yisrael as a cloud to be osek in these mechkarim, and not the prat?
That's a good question. I can't answer that one.
So just like stay with Rabbeinu's Torah and not touch
that. That's right.
Yeah, I wouldn't touch that with a temple quote.
Okay. Any other questions? Anything else you want? You're not related to what we've spoken to.
What you said before, according to Rabbeinu, what's the proper balance between Ishtalis and Bitachon?
Depends on who the person is. It's like this. Rabbeinu Zal says again in Sefer Midas that it's good for a person to have a mamid parnasa. It's good to know where your next paycheck is coming from, right? And the Rebbe says a person can be an emistic tzaddik, not tzaddik ador type of tzaddik, but emistic tzaddik, even though his bitachon is not 100%. The Rebbe writes that in Farish, right? Any sort of avodah, bitachon, emunah, Yerushalayim, all these things, takes a certain amount of energy, right? Now, you person, right? We know, each and every one of us, on Rosh Hashanah, it's written down, this is how much you're going to make this year, this is how much your parnas is going to be. It doesn't matter what you do, right? Sit back and you're a lazy boy, it's going to come, right? Work overtime, not going to make a penny more. We believe that, man. Right? Now, the question is, if you do nothing, right, and just have the bitachon, that's going to take a certain amount of energy out of you, right, which you might not have. And so, automatically, what happens is that you'll have less energy to devote to Nimra Torah, davening, the Kavanah, or something else, right? So the person has to, again, know himself. This is how much bitachon I have. I have such b'tochen that I only need to work 4 hours a day, or I have such b'tochen that I have to work 8 hours a day, right? Or otherwise I'll be too nervous and I won't be able to do any sort of learning. My davening will be just thinking about where my paycheck is coming from, how I'm going to cover the bills. So a person has to know himself, how much b'tochen does he have, what's realistic, and then go from there. Don't be shy.
I've seen in different Tikkun HaKlalis that they list this whole list of things that Tikkun HaKlalis I'll read to you real fast. And this one it says Tikkun HaKlalis Segula Linatzal Mekol HaMechablim Mashchitim Nemachlot Mekol Minei Pega'im Ra'im Segula L'Shiduchim Banim Mekol Yeshuot V'Latzet Mekol HaMachlot Segula Mevatel Kol HaKitrug V'Kol Ayin Ra. I mean, I've only seen Rabbeinu speak about Tikkun HaKlalim maybe once or twice in the Kutam. I haven't seen a lot of the Kutam Aran, but where he specifically says that it's for Tikkun HaBrit, and they've come up with this. I mean, it's called Tikkun HaKlali. I understand, but Rabbeinu specifically says that these 10 for.
Okay, so the Rebbe called it Tikkun HaKlali because they said if you take care of this, then everything else falls into place. And once a person has, some control in that area of life, so other things follow more easily. That's why the Rebbe calls it Tikkun HaKlali. And the Rebbe talks about Tikkun HaKlali also. There's a Tikkun HaKlali L'gabi money. There's a Tikkun HaKlali L'gabi eating.
The same 10?
No. The different things. Take a look at Torah Chav Tes in the first Chelik. The Rebbe talks about it. All of that you read, that's sort of like an extrapolation. And once, because what happens, Chas v'shalom, if a person made a mistake, right, and he was naughty, right, so then creates mechablim and kitrukim and etc. So Mamela, if you say Tikkun HaKlali, going to the mikveh, right, so then you're saved from all that, right. And the Maisa, since you brought up, let's talk about this a little bit about Tikkun HaKlali and going to Uman, right. So first of all, Rabbeinu Zal prescribed Tikkun HaKlali specifically for somebody had an mission, and specifically, especially if a person was busy, as again, as this one of my Rebbeinu Tzvi Chashan said, Artzot HaBrit